we were going to get big from this one, but you fucked it up and you got drunk. Well, that's your own fault because you didn't tell me you were going to drink. So cheers.
Yep. It's technically all my fault.
Nothing to cheers. It is always your fault.
I can get some water. Would you prefer that?
No, it's okay.
Oh, we're recording right now?
Yeah. I'm going to find a way to blame your girlfriend anyway, so.
Great.
It's just this is the way the world works, you know? You blame the person that's not there.
Yeah.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to a happy and healthy relationship with two grown men where they don't keep secrets or hide anything from each other.
Are you projecting?
I'm your wonderful host, Jamie, and here's your asshole of a liar other host, Peter.
Secret keeping Pete.
Secret keeping Pete. Welcome to what sounds like it's going to be a pretty angry episode of Horror Whiskey Company, but I'm just really kind of just joking around, so it's all fine. I'm just being mad because like 5 minutes before this episode, Peter's like, just so you know, like, I got a little upset stomach, and so I haven't been drinking, and so I'm not drinking this episode because I don't want to mess up my tum-tum again. So,
here's the deal, though, with all of this, right? So, my tum-tum, I'm doing this for the good of the show, right? Because if I want to drink in the future, present-day me needs to do some maintenance. Do you want to keep doing this show?
Well, just do your
forever
72-hour fast on your off weeks.
Well, it's hard.
This is piss poor planning. I'm just saying.
Hey,
put your head in the game is what I'm saying.
You're just saying that like you're just mad because I'm not drinking.
You're like the Cleveland Browns, and I need you to be more like the
they
Denver
got a shot
Broncos.
This year.
Yeah, with Deshaun Watson and Shondor Sanders, everyone's really got faith in both of those guys.
Yep, for sure. Judkins, baby.
Let's quit this bullshitting around, and we do have a fun little guest that's going to be joining us on our fun haunted happy hour or banter episode. Today is going to be one of the co-owners of Black Cat Kombucha, out of Jacksonville, Florida, which is our first and only sponsor. Also, a fun little fact that it's
fun to clarify.
We cheated because it is my little brother. So my little brother Cheyenne is going to be joining us on the episode to hopefully not puss out and not get drunk and drink with me since someone else has a hurt tum-tum.
Someone's got to do it.
They don't make them like they used to. You know what I mean?
You know what, though? I will say that, like, it may have been... So he was our first sponsor, and I think it's also maybe one of the most hungover the both of us have been after an episode, was drinking his non-alcoholic kombucha with a lot of vodka in it.
Yeah. Well,
supplementary.
I was insanely hungover. But I was also insanely hungover last week last episode after we recorded the Nexium episode. Yep. Even though I had a morning after drink, which is something I will not recommend to you. But with that fun, we're going to talk about kombucha. We're going to talk about his upbringing, and we're going to probably give him a lot of shit because he's my little brother and he'll take it like the little shit he is. So with that being said, please welcome our fun guest.
Whoa!
That wasn't me.
All right. We're here live with our guest. So please welcome to the show, also a freaking asshole, co-owner of Black Cat Kombucha, Mr. Cheyenne LeFaivre Lindsay.
There it is.
Woo!
So the reason why I'm calling him an asshole is
because he's your brother.
I can call him that because he's my brother, but also because Peter dropped the bomb that he's not drinking, and then I made fun of Peter to Cheyenne, and then Cheyenne let me know that he's not drinking. So,
yeah, it's also funny that neither of us told you beforehand, too. We both just showed up to the show sober.
Crazy.
I'm also looking around and wondering if this is my...
This is your hell?
No, is this like where you guys sit me down and tell me I got to go to rehab?
Gotcha.
What is that, intervention?
This is the intervention
Do
episode.
not shut that laptop.
We're having a imano conversation with you here. Ashton's not in the corner. He's not going to pop out and punk you.
He better not, dude. He's like, he should be in a lot of trouble. He's kind of a bad guy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we've covered that before. He's having a tough go of it, but you know what? I think other people had a tough go of it because of him. So
Yeah, it was like a Diddy party guy. He killed somebody.
Yep, allegedly.
Allegedly killed a girl.
Yep.
Went to all those crazy Diddy parties.
Yep.
And also tried to hide that Danny Masterson was a rapist. So
All that.
haven't seen him in a while. So
Yeah, he's kind of fallen out of the news a little bit. You know
Yeah.
what? I never really so he has like real good reason. Do you know, this is super not our topic, but I just figured I'd ask anyways, because you're very plugged into the internet world. What's the deal with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively?
they're married?
Yeah, but they got in some trouble or something, right?
No, they like sued one of their co-stars. And then everyone talked about how they're actually like shitty humans or something. I don't know. I don't know that much
okay.
about it.
Okay.
I feel like that was a year or so ago. If you're just hearing that, you were very far out of touch.
we just haven't ever addressed it on the podcast because it really has nothing to do with what we talk about.
Well,
so
why not a perfect time now when we have a guest in front of us
There.
to start talking about Ryan Reynolds? So, like we said, we have here Cheyenne, co-owner of Black Cat Kombucha, one of our first sponsors, happens to be my little brother. So, with
also
that being
maybe
said,
Horror Whiskey Company's #1 fan.
one of them. I don't know. He doesn't send me stuff on TikTok every single day like we get a couple other people. So
Uh-oh.
you're missing a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Maybe one day.
But we'll kind of give us a little feel. How'd you get here? What brought you in? What made you start deciding that you needed to make kombucha? Was your tummy hurt too?
Well, yes,
Man.
with a hurt tummy.
It all started with a hurt tummy.
No,
And then so did you
I guess the real answer is kind of fell into it through music of all things. So moved to Jacksonville, started playing in bands around town, and then ended up making friends with some people, and they happened to make kombucha at home. Like, what is this? Learned about it, kind of fell in love with it just because I like the taste, and then tried to learn a little bit more about it, all the health benefits. And then fast forward, I mean, I've been doing it commercially for 3 years, but we've been in business for about 5.
sweet.
Just doing
In
our
those
thing.
early
trying
days,
to-
were you putting lots of vodka in them like we chose to do, or was that the
That's,
plan from the get-go, or did we just
There's always
decide to do that?
been a little bit of that, but it was usually tequila.
Interesting. We
Vodka
could have
was a
gone that
bold
route.
move. Yeah.
What's good? So that's all we had.
Have you seen Jamie's shirt? You should ask him about it.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing from the top. Is that like an eagle? Oh, okay. Whoa.
So it's Philly the Fanatic. He's the Philadelphia Phillies mascot,
Okay.
but
He's like
He
Gritty's
is-
brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the other one I
he's-
was thinking of. Yeah.
and he is dressed up as the Grim Reaper, and it says Philadelphia Eddie's because it is the world famous tattoo shop here in Philadelphia. And I think why he's asking you to bring it up is because it's backwards, because I'm wearing it backwards.
Yeah, there's nothing on the front of the shirt.
Because the front of the shirt has absolutely nothing, and the back has this. And so I didn't know that when they gave it to me. And so I'm like, I can't just wear a black shirt, and I didn't just waste this time. So your boy's wearing it backwards.
Backwards hat, forwards hat, backwards shirt.
You're just getting your money's.
All right, so we've been 3 years commercially doing kombucha,
Uh-huh.
and by the looks of your Instagram, it seems like you're growing and growing and growing. So I think it's awesome that you have the kind of spooky, or I'd say a little bit more skater vibes is where your kombucha kind of goes from. I remember just because you did like the Thrasher logo,
Mhm.
and Black Cat, I assume, is like the homonym of the bad luck kind of thing, which is very punk rock as well. So would you say you are more of a punk rock, horror, or skate culture?
I'd say
Drinking
it's a little bit of all of it. I think kind of the idea behind it all was you have three people from all kind of different walks of life, but kind of the common thread of all of us was a love for I guess like what do you want to call like alternative culture, like whether it be punk rock music, hardcore, skating, just any of that kind of I don't even know what to call it. That like
Oh, that's like
that
the
universe
alternative
or that-
lifestyle.
yeah, and kind of help bridge that
fucking-
gap, because I think kombucha has become kind of synonymous with, I don't know, it's very like granola. It's a
Yeah,
good way to
it's
put
for
it.
hippies.
It's a little crunchy, but I think that there's a lot of benefits for everybody. And it just, I don't know, it kind of made sense to us. We were a little bit off the beaten path, just as human beings in general, but then also the beverage itself is kind of off the beaten path. But, you know, I feel like I'm starting to see it in a lot more places. It's catching on. And really, it's just for us, our slogan's been kind of making healthy suck less.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Liquid Death, but like you were there before them. Like kind of like giving that
Very similar.
that kind of
Yeah.
alternative to like healthy drinks.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
a punk metal vibe in like a world that like hasn't always been the most kind, like to health in general. I feel like
That's a very, yep, exactly.
whether it's punk or metal or whatever has always been like giving a shit about your health is like what posers do.
Super lame. It's not
Exactly.
cool. Super
That's-
duper lame.
How I feel about both of you guys right now.
Literally at this moment is how he's feeling.
Don't you worry, buddy. I'll be back.
Yeah, well, that's what I told him. I'm not drinking so that I can keep drinking.
So why come I continue drinking all these times and nothing's wrong with me ever?
You're
I
just
don't
better
think
at
it's a
it
wrong
than us,
thing. I
dude.
think for me personally, I just went a little too hard in the paint for World Cup. And then
Oh,
It's like 3 weeks ago.
yeah. He says he's taking the month off.
Oh, fair enough.
yeah, I figured. So it was just the last month has been full of celebrations and events. Like obviously we had Jamie come through, had some World Cup action.
Oh, right.
Had my anniversary, and then we had Marty's birthday. So it was like I had to find the right time, and it was at the beginning of the month.
As Jamie said earlier, he wishes we were better. We should schedule our sobriety so that it doesn't inconvenience him.
I mean, he's got a
it is
point.
all about him at the end of the day.
No.
Well,
No, I think it's
all I'm
going
going
to
to say is literally the show has
Do you want me to
whiskey
break
in the
Edge?
name.
I'll break Edge for the show.
To hear that? Wow.
I'll go get
Wow. I
a
won't make you
I'll
do
get
that.
a friggin' beer out of the fridge right now, dude.
He
See?
he won't.
Wow. What honor.
Do I have?
But then I don't want you to get in trouble.
Oh, there's no trouble. I just, huh?
Yeah, it's between you and God.
What day is it?
Ooh,
We're
dude.
12 days
Which
in. I'm
God
like, I
is
might
it?
as well figure it out.
Well, I thought I went pretty hard in the paint this weekend, so I took Monday off. So I was pretty proud of myself for that.
That's nice.
Here, you guys aren't
Snaps
drinking
in the
all time.
chat. Snaps in the chat. Let's give it up for Jamie.
I think I took no, because I had a beer at the movie theater yesterday. So
Okay.
so I had one beer in 3 days. So I feel like that's also a win. So I'm
That's
also
a
a
win
hero,
for sure.
just
You've
like you
earned
guys.
this.
3 days is solid.
Peter, do you have any questions for Cheyenne before we start asking him when he became my brother and stuff?
When he became maybe we should
How'd
just
you manage that?
we have the kombucha. We've talked a little bit about the kombucha. I think I don't know. I don't really have any questions about
It's okay.
that.
I
It
guess you
seems
don't
pretty
have
straightforward.
Yeah. He
I want to know,
well,
out of my own curiosity, how much of Halloween Horror Nights do you remember, just to hear it from the horse's mouth?
yeah.
Dude? I thought we had
A little
thing.
side-
I thought we
can I-
bonded, dude. And it was
Can I have a
nothing to-
side? Let me side note real quick for
I've been
everybody.
meaning to
So
fucking get you in this corner for a minute.
so we all went to Halloween Horror Nights. I think everyone remembers. And we met up with Shy and his wife. And as we know, Peter got belligerently drunk and didn't
Can
remember
confirm.
any of it. And Cheyenne is bummed out because they definitely Drunken decided to become best friends and
Yeah,
really
we're the
agreed
two
that
best
they were
friends
be-
that anyone could have.
and they agreed to be best friends forever. And then Peter just forgot, and it kind of broke Cheyenne's heart because they're very similar humans, and
I just happen to remember
they
things.
would definitely get along a lot. And
I
So
don't
that's
think
where it's
that's
at.
how this
So-
all happened. I do
Why don't you-
remember a large portion of Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, man,
Um,
that's so fun.
I just thought that it was funny. Jamie was like, yeah, like Cheyenne doesn't know if you even like remember him. He was like bummed out
That sounds
that
so
you might,
lame when
that
put
you
it
guys
like
were
that.
best friends.
I think you're trying to flip this right now.
I
He
think
is.
Jamie's just sitting in the middle stirring the pot is what I
You're
think.
laughing
I don't
up.
think
I
so.
saved you in that haunted house.
You did. I got
Snatched
stuck
you.
when we were in the Art the Clown Terrifier house, and legitimately ended up in the wrong place and was actually I feel like I was saved by like, man, I don't even necessarily like there was like an Asian couple that came through that
That's
like
right.
led me to safety because I was stuck in like the toilet room or like the bathroom and in the tub and stuff like that. But no, I needed saving multiple times.
It's very funny.
You can just call them a couple. You don't have to call them an Asian couple. This is
That's fair.
This is 2026.
I think that there was a little bit of a language barrier.
Oh, there we
Could
go.
be, could be. There, I was like, ah, and they're like, ah.
Come with me.
And they're like,
Nice.
this man is
All right.
browned out. Get over here.
Get over here.
Well, speaking of controversies in Halloween Horror Nights, they keep throwing a whole bunch of bangers that are going to be houses this year.
Think about it.
And then people are pissed off because I think they're trying to cram too much shit into Halloween Horror Nights this year because they just announced at Midnight Scream this weekend that they were going to have Nikki from Obsession be a scare actor that just randomly walks around Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, that's
Didn't,
terrifying.
that's gonna last probably like a week or two.
Yeah, doesn't she have like millions of acting gigs lined up?
I don't think it's the actual actress. I think they're
Oh,
going to have
that'd be
people that
cool,
are dressed
though.
up.
That'd be cool as hell, though. If whatever
One
her
night
name is,
only.
Indie something.
No.
So she's there from August 31st.
It's a residency.
Until like mid-November.
But I guess my question to you guys, have you seen anything, Cheyenne, about Halloween Horror Nights and what they have coming up? Because I know Peter hasn't, so
I'm
I figured I'd ask you.
extremely
Don't ask
excited
me.
for what did I see? Pinhead, Hellraiser, the Hellraiser house.
They're doing a Hellraiser house.
That's I mean
That's
that's really
sick.
I think the only one that I've seen so far, and that was it for me. I'm like I gotta go.
Well, they're doing a Sinner's house.
Okay,
Oh, cool.
They're doing a Stranger Things 5 house,
all right.
Stranger Thing.
and they're doing a Jack the Clown house, which is one of their like original.
Mm-hmm. One of their
And
Stranger Things. How right there.
in Hollywood, they're going to have a Terrifier tram.
that sounds cool.
Ooh.
Which is super cool. They're going to do an Art the Clown complete tram.
Have you been to any other besides Orlando? Either of you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've been to California.
You have? Okay.
Yeah. I went once and I decided I wasn't going to go again there. But then I found out it was the only year that they decided that they can't have anyone drink there. And they also did it in Orlando.
Oh.
So I was pissed off. I just don't like
Oh,
LA.
Yeah, I've been to both of the Universal Studios, like theme parks in California and Orlando, and like the Orlando one's just millions of times better.
Yeah, I feel like all the really crappy rides at Universal are the ones that they have in
They brought over to Hollywood.
Just like all of them are like the Fast and the Furious like screen rides,
Yeah.
which they tried to. That's why they built the new Fast and the Furious coaster, is because they wanted to combat just how crappy that everyone thinks it is there.
Huh.
Yeah, those ones are pretty bad.
Yeah,
Have you
there
been
was
on the new one?
I don't think it's open yet.
Okay.
Those look pretty cool though.
Looks
Ooh.
It looks
they have
wild.
Evil Dead Burn is also going to have a house.
Oh yeah, Evil
Okay.
Dead
That's going to be
Burn.
fucking sketch.
Yeah.
Cheyenne,
I
did you
remember
see
when
that
they
yet?
did.
I did, and I for the first time in my life, I found myself thinking, I'm like, wow, this is a little bit much. I
It
never
was.
thought I would say it. Usually, I'm like, I'm down for gore, body horror.
More gore.
Maybe I'm
more
just
gore.
getting it's maybe I'm maturing. But
Yep.
I found myself at some point. I was like, "What? Why are this too much? What is happening?"
I think it's just he made it a point. He said, "I want to make it not as gory as the last one," and made it way more gory. So I was
Yeah.
very confused.
Okay,
Yeah.
I definitely did not get that from that.
I also don't think it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. The originals are way better. Even I don't care what Peter says.
What
Oh,
Dum
for
Dum
sure.
over
I
here has
almost
to
don't
say.
even see the new gen in the same category.
Agreed.
They're like completely different movies.
For sure. Very different movies. I think that you have like a difference in like what the actual genre is calling itself
Mhm.
versus like horror comedy and like horror itself, or like I don't even know, like slapstick horror almost.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the TV show probably did the best job to date of kind of preserving
See, and
that.
that's
And I
what
mean,
we
it
have-
was Bruce Campbell, so
We haven't seen that, but Bruce Campbell was a producer on all the new ones too.
It's almost like they were just really going for the like new age horror, I guess is what I would chalk it up to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
They're cool movies.
you think about a lot of new age horror is so focused on like whatever you want to call it, but like traumas, whether it's grief or addiction or all this
Yeah.
stuff. And like for sure, the new age movies have 100% bought into that kind of like into that genre, like that. I don't want to what you want to call it, like that theme of horror is
I know,
that
I've
it's
even
all
seen
just
memes,
caused by
making
grief
fun
and
of
trauma.
that, yeah.
Yeah. And for sure, these new movies are that's literally their focus. But whereas the original trilogy is, I don't know what the focus is, just being fucking metal, I guess.
Just
And
being
funny.
like super gory and brutal.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't even, like I said, I don't classify the 2013. I think that stands as its own.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
also think that was like, it was a bridge between them because it was definitely gorier, but it also kind of like tried to hold on to that like original a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely a remake for sure of the original.
But like no one got a chainsaw hand, which was like kind of shitty. That didn't
Yeah, but you don't get
happen.
to see that, right? That happens is that in 2 or is that at the end of 1? I can't remember.
It's in 2, dude. And
Yeah,
you see it.
exactly. But
You see it.
It's like a whole scene him like yeah.
oh yeah,
You know, he hits it with
but
one
I'm
of
just
the
saying she does lose her arm in Evil Dead 2013.
Which I feel
So
like it was like
if we're going canon here, it is really like a remake because he doesn't get the chainsaw hand until Evil Dead 2.
Well, like we said, Evil Dead 1 is kind of just a little precursor to Evil Dead 2 being the original movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is erroneous, is what you're saying.
Erroneous.
So Cheyenne, when did you decide that, hey, I'm going to be really into horror movies? Because you, as well as myself, have from as long as I've known you as a teen, have also been into horror just as much as I am. So what was the spark that lit your little horror tush? Or what was the movie, would you say, that got you to where you're like, you know what, this is for me? And was it mostly just my influence as being such a good role model?
I think that definitely played
Is that a humble brag? I can't tell.
that was a huge
No.
factor. I have a ton of memories, specifically in Nan's house in the living room, watching. There's a couple. What was it? What Lies Beneath? That one was burned into my brain. I definitely had nightmares for many years after that one. And then what was the When Darkness Falls? The one with the Tooth Fairy. Lexi loves that one.
That one's awesome.
And it was something about those two movies. And then I feel like the movie that kind of made me fall in love with like just spooky, off the wall, even like really campy stuff, was Little Monsters. Even though I don't really consider that like a horror movie so much. It's definitely like a kids movie, but I think that was like one of my absolute favorites. And from there, I just started getting into like 80s horror and watching all these slasher films.
Interesting.
And here we are today.
I could see that being like a bridge gap. Definitely. Like, I explained that, Army of Darkness was definitely that kind of movie for me, where it kind of got me more into horror.
It wasn't straight horror that got you in. It was like something like,
yeah,
half branded.
Well, like we talked about, like the feeling I got from watching the first original It when I was in second grade with our sister, that definitely got me like like where you never felt like something like that crazy again, which it's almost like not, you can't really explain the first time you're like legit terrified for your life watching something on TV.
Absolutely.
But
usually sitting on the floor.
Yeah, watching Army of Darkness was like, it's a little scary, but I like it. And like it was like a nice, like kind of push ourselves.
Like horror light. I feel like the 80s and especially the 90s, they did a really good job of kind of bridging that gap. And maybe it was because it was a bunch of people that were growing up traumatized because their siblings were watching, making them watch horror movies. Not making them, but watching horror movies with them.
So, kind of to segue into that thing, can you tell us a little bit what is called the Bush Narcs?
Oh, the Bush Narcs.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, and maybe I'll get it twisted, but the Bush Narcs can be many things. But for me, it was some sort of a creature out in the bushes that if you did the wrong thing or didn't listen, is going to snatch you up. I think what solidified that for me was, I want to say probably some of Lexi's friends or somebody. There was one night we were watching some scary movie and her friends ran up from the windows, banged on them, and then I think went and hid in the bushes, and that's where it all started. It started from that, and then for me, it was real. Bush Narcs were real, and it followed me.
Yeah, so our sister made up a thing called the Bush Narcs that lived in the bushes because the whole front...
That's a kick-ass name. Did she come up with that?
It's pretty good.
Probably. In front of the entire house is just bushes. And like it, like literally where his window was just covered in complete bushes. And so she's like made up this like scary monster
like
that lived in the bush that if he didn't listen to her, they would snatch him. So that might also have a little bit to do with
yeah, I think it was everywhere. It was all around me.
Oh man, I love this because it's like we get to hear your localized urban legend / like what literally terrified you as a child. That's awesome.
Yeah, Bush Narcs for sure.
So yeah,
I want to make like a short about that. I've been thinking about making a movie, making a horror short. Maybe
you might as well. You have
take
tons
this and
of
run
time.
with it. Yeah, for sure. So much
time. You can't steal his idea. You don't even have a camera.
We fund our independent film. Somebody.
Yeah. You're too cheap to buy a camera, so what are you going to shoot it on an iPhone?
Dude, literally, they're shooting blockbuster movies with iPhones these days.
Yeah, but I feel like they add a little bit more to it. It's not just like your screen.
That's fair.
Gimbal, dude.
They probably have like a thing that they add, just a gimbal and an iPhone. You're saying, and then you can shoot.
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize we were talking to film connoisseur filmmaker Jamie Knudsen over here.
We can even make some nods to Sam Raimi, dude. We'll like tape it to a broomstick or some shit.
Yeah, dude. We'll run around. Doubter over here. You just wait. I'm not even going to include you on the executive producers board for Bush Narcs.
Sounds great. Make sure that you know that it's trademarked and that Cheyenne owns that, so you have to pay him 75% of all proceeds to your movie.
That's fine, dude. We're cool. Remember, we're best friends. You're just not invited to the party anymore.
Oh, you remember that now?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I never forget, dude.
I feel like we have some other shit to talk about. So what else
we have tons of stuff to go through.
Why don't we start going through some stuff instead of just like verbally abusing and accusing everyone here?
No, we'll just verbally abuse and accuse people that are actually on trial for things. Are you guys ready for true crime updates?
What a fucking couple weeks it's been.
Holy
I'm just gonna segue
shit. Yeah. So I think we'll start off first with the, I don't want to say the most ridiculous one, but it kind of is. The DeForvid case. Cheyenne, have you been following a little bit of DeForvid?
You know, I have, and I tried to kind of go through some updates. Because funny, I think when Jamie was here, we had watched the like little mini series, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And I tried
The
to
one on
see if there
Hulu
was some
was sick,
updates.
dude.
It was very good, but I haven't. Is there? I mean, are there some more recent unfoldings?
So the biggest, why I'm putting this in true crime updates, pretty much not a lot has like actually developed in the case, except for the fact that I was dead certain that he was going to plead guilty and try to get some reduced sentence on this thing because the evidence against him is so fucking strong.
Mm-hmm.
But he has pled not guilty, and this motherfucker is going to trial, which is going to be crazy.
Is it going to be in LA?
I don't know. I actually don't know where the trial is going to take place. I imagine so. It's where the entire thing took place, or at least in whatever was it county they're in.
I feel like they're like moving a lot of these cases like out of the place that it happens because it's like so biased.
Yeah. I think they also risk like, you know, you move DeForvid to like rural Alabama, and I don't think he stands much of a chance down there.
Yeah. I think you'd have to move them to somewhere in Colorado where the people are like trying to be like sincere and they don't drink because their tummies hurt and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
High mountain trial.
We learned from that, which if you haven't watched the one on Hulu, I highly recommend it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Can you, anything that we like that came up in that we haven't really talked about?
Well, they definitely paint him to be a pretty shitty dude, like at the beginning, where a lot of time, like following this case from the beginning, like I even remember you thinking that it wasn't him for a long time. And a lot of people on the internet were like, it wasn't him. He was on tour, and people like had his back. And then like weeks, like every week there was just more and more shit that like showed what really happened. Or this
first
literally,
came out, it was every week though. It seems like, when this first came out, it was like, he's been or like, you know, this is kind of like a really slow burn on this whole thing too. I mean, this happened over a year ago. This murder, and we're just, you know, a couple months ago when we first brought this up, was when the arrest even happened, and they have been quite meticulous about what they've been releasing and what they've held close to the chest. But now that he's been charged, they're saying, yep, we have this evidence, we have this evidence, and we have this evidence, but they've slow rolled that out to the public as well. So these documentaries that are coming out are getting way more information than we had originally. I don't know if I ever actually thought he didn't do it, but I certainly thought that there was some questions on how things happened. And the best part about this is awful to say, but like best part about
Folgers
things like this going to trial is that we really do get to find the answers.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Sometimes they take a plea deal that makes it to where they don't have to say anything of their motives. So
I was listening to some internet personality talking about it a little bit and saying that
nice, dude.
Well, they had some interesting points where they were talking about how their legal team's trying to kind of approach the trial in the sense that basically if they can trade information or something, he's trying to prevent any kind of connection being between him and that girl, because any way you cut it based on the timeline, like she was extremely young. And
she was like 13, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And one, I guess there's some stuff that's come out, or they're claiming that's come out that is like, it started even well before that, like many, many years before.
Yeah, they were saying that like
they have no
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 11? How old was he then? Like 17?
No, I think they were saying it started as early as 13 or 12.
She was 13 when she
was
hit him.
It was like younger than that. It sounded crazy.
Oh, maybe it was. But he's also, I mean, like, not like they're anywhere even close in age, but he's also like, it explains a lot of like how this whole thing went. Like, I don't know. We haven't talked a ton about like what at least the prosecution's like theory is, but they're pretty much saying that he had been having this relationship with Celeste Rivas and she was going to out him with their relationship. So then he invited her over and like strangled her and or stabbed her. And then like from what I've kind of seen, it wasn't even necessarily like a fatal stab wound, except for the fact that he didn't help her at all. So that it may have been technically an accident. And then because he was just a fucking psychopath, like decided that he didn't want to help her anyways. Like he didn't mean to kill her, but he definitely meant to scare the shit out of her and stabbed her. And then was like, well, fuck it. I already did it. And left her to die pretty much with these like not necessarily fatal stab wounds, but if you're not receiving any medical attention within a couple hours of a stab wound like these, that you're gonna die. And then he did all this dumb shit where he went onto Amazon and bought chainsaws and kiddie pools and body bags and like burn ovens. It's all been technically not traced back to him, but it's coming from accounts that it's being delivered to his house. I've also seen that the defense has been saying like he had a multitude of people hanging around him all the time, like an entourage of people, and maybe one of them did it. And there also was something like we talked about earlier with like he was on tour when they found the body and that the car was moved while he was on tour. He may have definitely had some accomplices in this. And that's what his defense, from what I've seen, is now kind of starting to poke holes and saying like, well, yes, but those Amazon purchases could have been from anyone that always is at this house, and he didn't move the body, someone else moved the body, and all these other things that like maybe it was someone in his entourage. We don't know who, but maybe it was someone in his entourage.
And they definitely
I've seen their
bring that up.
as.
They bring that up quite a bit in the documentary where they think there is accomplices.
Oh, for sure. I definitely think there are accomplices. He's way too famous for him to have kept this girl at his house for as long as he did and not have anyone else know about it. They claim that she was lured to his house, that they are alleging he moved the body, or that he bought these things to start like getting rid of pieces of the body and stuff like that. It's a weird story. Again, hopefully we get some information in trial, and we're not just kind of left in the dark like our next case, which is having the reverse thing happen to it. Do we have anything else for DeForvid? Anybody?
No, I just like, we talked so much, I almost forgot what the update was. I had to like remind myself it was because he's deciding to go to trial.
We're going to trial for DeForvid.
Yeah, we're going to trial for David.
Now, guy that all... Sorry, you guys had something to say?
No, I was just laughing at Is it really DeForvid?
No, it's David.
No, I think it's David, but there's a
David,
4 in his name.
There's a 4 in his name.
I know. I've been so tripped up on this because I listen to like all these people on YouTube or something talk about it. And everybody says like a little different. There's like the DeForvid. What did I hear the other day? Is like the DeForvid or something. And I was like, I don't know where you're like, getting that.
Here at if you're gonna put a 4 in your name, here on Horror Whiskey Company, we're gonna say that 4.
I did hook on phonics.
We were like Ron Burgundy. If you put it on the teleprompter, we're going to say that shit.
Oh, there you go.
He's going to read it.
Yeah. You do dumbass shit, you're going to get dumbass results, DeForvid.
Yeah, you can't expect us to pronounce that any other way.
4 doesn't look like an A, you dipshit.
Oh, man.
You fucking murderer.
As far as numbers go, it's pretty close to an A.
It's way more of a backwards
All right. Yeah,
that's fair.
All right.
Shy 4 and
who are we in the dark with, Peter?
So
keep us going. Keep us alive.
Well, DeForvid is going to trial, right? A guy that didn't go to trial, that we didn't get really any answers on, is Bryan Kohberger. If you remember, he is the now convicted killer of the Idaho 4. The Kings Road killing, a lot of different names for this guy. He has this week, or I guess maybe it was just last week. But
it was last week, yeah.
claimed that he was misrepresented in his his pretrial hearings and was kind of coerced into pleading guilty to these crimes. And he has now written an appeal to the judge claiming that he wants to rescind his guilty plea and he wants to go and have a trial. Now, it is yet to be seen still from what I saw. I don't think a trial has been granted to him yet, but it is in the works, and I think it could be super interesting if this does go to trial. The only thing, like, he was pretty much saved from being on trial for the death penalty
he's
by this
killed,
guilty plea.
And he also, like I was kind of talking about before, I was kind of shitting on him in the last one, was his plea deal said that he never has to explain why he killed them.
Yeah.
And so these families will never get to know what his motives were from it. But maybe if they grant a trial, that means that they can reverse that and they can, I guess, no, this guy's never going to tell him why.
Well, he might not tell us why, but we actually will get to see, like in a lot of the pretrial stuff, the defense goes before obviously a grand jury to present their case, and they don't have to do the full deep dive into the case. But in a real trial, we are at least going to get to see the prosecution's whole outline of how all of this went down, which I'm like, there's a lot of weird questions in this case that aren't answered. So I'm excited to see if this actually does go to trial. I would like it to, because then we can have these answers that we've kind of been left without.
Yeah. Also, Netflix just came out with a new documentary on this, which
is maybe this is again big Netflix, dude.
Well, which it actually, and you'll make fun of me because I watch all these, and you're like, it's the same fucking story, like, but this one was actually probably the best one so far.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Out of all 6, I'd say that have been around. It also kind of reminds me, what was that story of that guy that was a hitman that like confessed that he killed that person and then decided later that he was going to like pull his statement? I'm pretty sure it was in Jacksonville. It was a true crime story that you brought to us, and that guy got arrested for killing someone, and he admitted to being a hitman, and then later was like, never mind, I made that up.
Henry Tenon, the confessed gunman in a 2022 Jacksonville Beach murder for hire plot.
I did see. I remember seeing it was a reel or something.
I'm pretty sure
put up about that.
I'm pretty sure it was one of your stories, Pete.
Yeah. We just talked about this like literally just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But it reminds me of that, like where Bryan Kohberger's like, hey, never mind, I'm no longer guilty.
Yeah.
But this is like...
We haven't gotten anything from the judge yet, so I'm interested. Do you think he's going to get a retrial or like an actual trial?
Absolutely not.
No.
The only way I see it is if they ask the families of the victims if they want it. And if they agree to it, then I think that's when it would happen. But I think if the families are like, absolutely not, I don't want to relive this for the next fucking 4 years or how long, then I don't think he'll be granted A1. Unless that death penalty comes back into the play too.
Which from what I understand, if he goes back, it's all back on the table.
If they pretty much everything, they start from ground zero all over again.
Wow. To Major Tom.
When I remember, I can't remember what his name is, but the father of Kaylee Gonzalez was, honestly, I think the family was really upset that this didn't go to trial when first he pled guilty, because they want the answers. And Kohberger has said absolutely nothing. In fact, I was listening to an interview with like someone that was analyzing this new case, that he has literally been a steel trap. The only word he has said in this entire case is that he's pled guilty, and that guilty, like his original like plea when they first started this pretrial stuff, his lawyer communicated it. The only time he's even said anything to anyone about this case is literally when he acknowledged his own guilty plea.
Yeah, this is definitely a psychopath for sure.
It's really interesting. Like, yeah, I for sure, looking at what I've seen, am very certain that he is guilty. There are a lot of weird questions that this other interview that I listened to, they're looking at potentially he may be granted it because there was certain like chains of evidence that were not clearly gone through, as well as he's claiming he had like not a legitimate defense. Although I feel like his lawyer did pretty much everything she could to try to get all of this to work for him. So I don't know if that claim necessarily holds up, but there is some chain of evidence stuff and some just strange questions about how the whole thing occurred that I would like answers to.
Well, I feel like this is kind of what everyone in jail does, is because that's what the only thing they got left to do is like, well, I might as well continue to request trials to get out. Which it's like Tiger King. Go, why don't you ask Joe Rogan?
Such massive following on this case.
Yeah, I would say that, like, other than like Rex Grossman, this is probably one of the biggest cases of like the decade.
Rex Heuerman, not Rex Grossman. Rex Grossman is a football coach.
No, I think Rex Grossman is Tom Cruise's character in Tropic Thunder.
No, who is that? That's Lex something. Rex Grossman is
he's a football player. He was a quarterback for the Bears. Yep, my bad.
Yep. And you're thinking
what's his name?
Lex.
No.
Oh, you're talking about Rex Heuerman.
Rex Heuerman,
the Gilgo Beach,
Beach killer.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't understand how.
Honestly,
names
it's a pretty
work.
close though. Grossman, Heuerman. You're honestly, you've made bigger mistakes than that.
Yeah, it's true.
On the show multiple times.
It's true.
Well, yeah. Do we have anything? Do you guys have anything on Kohberger that we want to talk about anymore?
Nope. Other than go watch the Netflix documentary.
Yeah, actually,
it's actually a pretty good one.
He's saying it's worth it, and you know, every now and then I take your word for it. So maybe I'll check that one out. I've been dabbling a little bit into these specifically Netflix.
HBO Max makes good ones. There's been a couple Hulu's. All the other ones, like the Peacocks and stuff, just like Paramount Plus. I don't know.
Well,
they just don't have what Netflix has.
It's not the same though.
All right. So to wrap up True Crime Updates, have you guys paid any attention? We brought this up about a month or two ago, Jamie, but the Lindsay Clancy case, it is the story of the woman who killed her 3 children while her husband was out getting pizza, and then also tried to kill herself.
Yeah, it's been quite the stir this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We actually saw a little bit of uptake in some of our clips that we posted from the first time we did it, and I was like, what's going on? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is like full on. The trial is going on this week. So
yeah, it just started, and we're getting some pretty crazy stuff, I'd say, out of the trial.
Do tell.
So I thought that it was really interesting what the prosecution is trying to do, because so to put things in perspective, the story on this case, at least from, let's say, a subjective side of things, like a little bit on the Lindsay Clancy side of things, is like she was diagnosed and had been taking medication for depression, specifically postpartum depression, and had been in and out of a psychiatric facility like weeks before this event occurred. But anyways, so, and that's what she is claiming spurred, she kind of just had a legitimate mental break and, you know, killed her 3 children and tried to kill herself as well. She jumped off the roof of their house.
There's only 2 stories though.
Well,
damn.
Yeah, dude. But you
that
know what?
I do remember.
Ain't that the play of suburban America, where 2 stories just ain't high enough no more? You can't even kill yourself off your own
Can't kill
house.
yourself off this.
That's what we're talking about, the shrinking middle class.
That's the middle.
That's terrible.
No third story.
Isn't this Massachusetts, right?
Yes. So it is in Massachusetts. But the interesting thing is, so the prosecution is, their case isn't that she did this and that they recognize these things. They're trying to say that the entire depression story is a lie and that she maliciously and intentionally killed all of these kids of like planning and with malicious intent, which I think is a pretty fucking risky move on their part because there's a lot of evidence going against their argument. Specifically, she has medication as well as like documented in and out of like mental health facilities.
Wasn't there like a journal or something too, or am I remembering something else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know a ton on the journal. I don't know if either of you guys have any information on that, but I just thought that it was really interesting. The prosecution is really like, she did this and she needs to go down for it kind of thing, instead of, hey, she's obviously mentally unfit. Let's put her in a padded room for the rest of their life. They're like, nope, she needs to go to jail because she intentionally and maliciously murdered her children. And I think that's quite the gamble to take as a prosecutor.
Yeah, unless they know something that we don't know.
For sure. And that's obviously most likely. They definitely know things that we don't. But
there's also a bunch of little talk going on the old internet that little theories.
Do tell.
That it is the husband. The husband was trying to frame her.
Wait.
So there's a lot of talk about him actually being the person that killed everyone.
Oh.
And that
putting it on the wife.
Putting it on her because she's mentally unstable.
Interesting.
Doesn't remember it. That's what it is. My apologies.
An interesting theory for sure, considering the fact that he has been quite vocally supportive of his wife, saying that like he's sorry he ignored the signs, that he should have known better. He has not like really come out and been against Lindsay at all in any of this. He's been quite supportive, but he was the prosecution's first witness, and their thing was pretty much they were hammering him on like, you felt comfortable leaving the house with her and the kids alone, right? She was in good spirits. She was in a good mood. There seemed like there was nothing wrong, right? And he said, yes, for sure, that I didn't think anything of it as I left the house to go get pizza. So if that whole thing is being spun that way, that is an interesting story. And there would 100% be a Netflix documentary made about that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell has no fury like the scorned women of TikTok.
Yeah, that's why I'm not throwing my hat into the ring saying that's ridiculous at all. Please don't attack me. Scorned women of TikTok.
They will, in fact, they will find a way to attack you. I don't know why.
They have and will.
They always attack you for your opinions.
You know, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but it's probably because I'm stupid.
It's probably because you're always like saying that the woman's guilty, and most people.
I don't think that's necessarily true. Man, you really paint me into a corner here.
I'm just being mean.
I'm just trying. Yeah, you're saying I'm being mean?
No, him.
Yeah, I'm being mean to all those ladies.
He's just being mean to them on purpose.
Well, he was grown up in a simpler time where, like, you watched American Pie and, like, you were just, like, you said really inappropriate things to women and you just degraded them. And so I guess he doesn't know any better.
And they loved you.
That's just how he acts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I have no response to that.
Times are changing, my friend.
Well, yeah, and I refuse.
You refuse to change.
I refuse to change. Can't change me.
So if you are a misogynist, don't take a drink of your beer.
I definitely could go for a massage right about now. Yeah.
A misogynist? Yeah, that's me. I'm a misogynist. Getting in there. Getting them legs.
Hell of a career path.
A misogynist. That's the worst name I've ever heard for a massage place.
That's the name of your spa, dude.
Damn, that is gold. Wow.
Thank you.
Peter's
and people say you're not funny.
Center.
Misogynist center.
Come and get your massages.
Misogyny. That's also a great that word.
Let me massage your knee. Get the tendons. Yeah. Get the cap. The MCL, ACL. Massage.
Sports medicine, dude.
We beat this. We beat this joke too far down.
I think that's it for True Crime Updates. We got anything else?
I don't have
really
anything.
interested to see what happens with this Lindsay Clancy case. I think if they don't change their tune, she gonna walk free.
Yeah, I mean that is a really crazy perspective of maybe the husband. That's pretty wild. But I looked it up again, but I guess they did find journal entries or like phone notes of her logging her mental state. So if that is the case, that's some pretty big steps to take to control a narrative.
Yeah, what a crazy thing too. I don't know if there's a ton of I just don't think you get to see that very often. Like the mind frame of someone that's allegedly killing people right before they do it in the weeks leading up. I don't think you usually get that documentary look into things.
But I mean, I guess there is something to be
unless
said
you're
for. Well, I was just going to say
be a stupid joke.
Postpartum depression. I feel like it's not really talked about a whole lot. I mean, not that I'm an expert on it or anything, but I feel like you hear about this stuff. This isn't necessarily the first time. There's maybe there's not a ton of resources or stuff available for people to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Well, also things like this definitely spurred into the public discussion, right?
Mhm.
It just becomes less taboo every time, unfortunately, things like this happen that people recognize, okay, this is something that needs to be addressed.
Absolutely.
I feel way worse about my joke now.
Would you like to still make it, Jamie?
Go ahead and make it, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna compare the journal to maybe I don't know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or something that's things in my body are slowly changing. I can't control it.
Yeah, that would certainly be I don't know. Would that work for or against her in this case? I don't really know.
I think it would work against. No, I think maybe it would probably work for, because
that's the thing. We don't know.
There's a lot of times in our what's the word I'm trying to say? In our justice system where people have been doing a cry for help, or people have been saying hey, you should lock this person up. They are going to kill me. And they're like, no, we don't have any evidence. And then 2 weeks later they kill that person. And we're like, I told her so. So maybe there were maybe there were steps and warning signs that were there that people didn't take advantage of, or people didn't give her the help that she needed, and could be where she was failed by the justice system because of that.
That's partially what I think their main defense of her is that this was there, the evidence was there, and you could see it. It's just everyone just kind of threw their hands up and said oh, well.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier to not help someone out than it is to help someone. So people are very focused on themselves, If you have a podcast about drinking and hanging out with your friends.
Oh, I knew it. I knew we were going there.
That you all decide not to drink except for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not trying to tell you anything though. I stopped doing that a while ago. Can't tell you nothing.
It's true.
I'll listen sometime.
Speaking of being drunk, Cheyenne, this is a new segment-ish for us. We've done it a couple weeks now, but do we officially have a name for it, or are we just calling it Drunk Stories, or the Drunk segment?
I thought you decided to call it Drunken Demonic.
Drunken Demonic. Yep.
As an omen to our old name.
Yep. R.I.P. Drunken Demonic. Just kidding, we brought it back. It never died in the first place. Like the Evil Dead, it rises.
From the grave.
Just tell us your story, dude.
Anyways,
ruining this.
So, pretty much, I had a really funny story where this one's pretty lighthearted, kind of like Jamie's episode from the last time we did this. But anyways, so there's this guy, what is his name? Mark. He's in Kentucky, and pretty much what happens is that he's driving his truck back home from the bar, puts his truck into the ditch, and he gets pulled over. or like puts his truck in the ditch. As he's trying to get his truck out of the ditch, a cop rolls up. He does the, breathalyzer. He gets hauled into jail. Now his wife comes and bails him out. Well, the funny thing is that his truck isn't in the ditch too far from home. So he gets in his tractor and he goes back to his truck that same night.
Genius.
And starts pulling his truck out of the ditch. Well, another cop, not the same one, because that would have been even more funny, but another cop rolls through that same kind of intersection where he was and sees this guy pulling an empty truck out of the ditch. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? And the guy's like, oh, well, I crashed my truck earlier. And the officer goes and runs the plates. And he's like, dude, we just put you in jail for DUI, like less than 5 hours ago. And he's like, had apparently gone home, drank more, and then gotten in the tractor and was hauling so now we got the truck and the tractor stuck on the side of the ditch, and he's just sitting in jail. But that was one of those it's a pretty dumb story. Nothing crazy, nothing serious. Everyone's okay. But, that may be a case of, I don't know if he's drunk or demonic, but this one seems like he was definitely just drunk, and he was trying to be responsible for getting his truck back.
Yeah, what's up with those cops, dude? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm always just trying to get his truck back home.
Well, why do you just let people out?
I don't know. It was the same thing that you talked, or I guess
that was just two different people got arrested in the same car for DUI.
Yeah. But they took the one person home. I guess that's fair though. If they're not driving, they shouldn't go to jail. I think that's fair.
It's not fair to be drunk in the passenger seat and get a DUI.
Well, yeah, I mean,
or else we
until they start doing that. Until they start arresting people for being drunk passengers, this is still America.
It's true.
There are laws.
Driving. DUI for backseat driving.
Well,
sometimes they should do that. I think maybe it's necessary
to get arrested. Yeah. Arrest someone for drunken backseat driving.
Yep. Nothing serious. Just you need to spend some time in here.
Well, what if you get arrested because you got in a wreck, and you're like, it was because my husband was telling me where to turn, and he's hammered.
Man, that is an interesting, because that would be a real drunk backseat driver.
There's got to be
no turn now, and jerks the wheel or something like that. What about that?
I'm sure
kind of
that happened.
Kind of like Michael Scott on that episode where he uses the navigation and drives right into the river.
Can Siri be held liable if someone drives into a lake drunk?
No.
Damn it.
You already agreed to that on the terms and conditions.
Exactly.
Dang, Apple's got it all figured out.
They do.
Yeah. They also they can hear your thoughts and portray them to you on ads.
It's true, dude. It's all frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. That's cool.
Right way.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't really have a drunk story this week.
It's all right. You're the only one drinking. You don't have to bring a drunk story.
Well,
you are one.
I have multiple pulled up, and just none of them are good. Worth sharing.
That's fair. You can't strike gold every time.
Well, exactly. It's just like the best one I had is a guy got drunk and he was found in some bushes. And I'm like, why is this a big deal? And they called it passed out in the petunias, as the guy was drunk inside the petunias. And I'm like, what kind of, no.
All right.
Or there was also a man that was arrested on a plane flying from London to Las Vegas. And I was like, ooh, that's going to be a good one.
I'm getting drunk on a plane.
And then I read it, and he got arrested before the flight even took off. And it was within 2 minutes of being on the plane. So I'm like, these are not good stories.
And it was just because his mask was down?
You don't have to wear masks anymore on the planes.
Just kidding. You need to drink more. You're all grumpy over there.
I am grumpy. You started all this. I said it was up to you to
take another nip.
No. Oh, fine.
You're drinking for 2, dude. Or 3, I guess.
Yeah, dude. You're drinking for 3. That's,
Oh,
you're not the hero we deserve, just the hero we want. I can't remember what the saying
make it
is.
fancy, dude. There's some puree in there.
Oh,
I guess,
Cheyenne, you got any drunk stories for us?
well, I guess I misunderstood the assignment because I thought it was like one of my drunk stories. I had to.
That's totally fine.
I don't think I have anything that exciting. It's just probably just more embarrassing on a very deeply like personal level.
oh, let's hear it.
Well,
These are the things your brother definitely wants to hear about.
Well, so fortunately, I've never been too crazy when it comes to drinking, but on a few off times, I was convinced that I could not black out from drinking. So a friend took that as a personal challenge.
As a good friend would.
To parade me to every bar free of charge and just feed me everything and anything that they could think of. And that's about all I remember. Except for a few things. I could no longer, this is in our hometown, I could no longer go to my favorite burrito place because apparently I walked up to the counter and was so hammered that when I tried to order something, I threw up on the counter. So that was super awesome. I found that out the next morning, and then I was like, well, guess I'm not going there anymore. It was
Taco time?
Ponchos. It was like Ponchos burrito. I think it was like a franchise from like Utah or something. They're really good. They're like child-sized burritos. I would always get the California burrito with the French fries, dude. They'd have to like
the French fries in it, yeah.
Roll the whole
Was
thing.
that in Green River?
Rock Springs.
Oh, okay.
Rock Springs, and then
I'll have to check this place out. I'll let you know next time I'm there.
I think with the statute of limitations.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they still have your picture on the wall, like with a big X through it.
Oh, and
Are you sure?
Well, I ended.
You didn't go back to confirm that?
I was too scared to. I never went ever again. I heard all the stories the next morning, and I was just like, nope, not going back. And then I do remember
That's so
cap
sad.
off the night. I was too drunk to get home and go down the stairs to the bed I was in, and this friend helped me, walked me like a dear friend all the way down the stairs and put me to bed. And then as soon as they're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go home, shot up and walked them out to the door.
and passed out in your entryway.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's a great drunk story.
I'm so sad though. I'll send you some ponchos.
Okay.
Ponchos burrito? No, I feel like he's got better burritos in Jacksonville now than in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I just like I will say this, in Florida, Mexican food just doesn't hit quite the same as it does out west.
That's how it is here too.
It's the green chili.
I think that's what it is, because I
just-
did see a video about green chilies the other day, and I was like, damn, that sounds good. I've been on green chilies a minute.
No, yeah. Every time I think I've had really good Mexican food, I was drunk, and then I have it sober, and I'm like, oh, it's not nearly as good. I don't know, but there is it's called South Philly Barbacoa, and their tacos are insane. So there are places here that can really hammer it home. But everywhere else on the East Coast, I have never had anything that was desirable when it came to Mexican food.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
More of a sandwich place. I'm sure the Cuban sandwiches are probably pretty good down there.
There's definitely there's some solid
sure.
Cubans. Jacksonville is interesting though. It's like we have as you saw, there's a lot of Asian influence cuisine, ton of Indian food. Trying to think, there's a lot of Filipino food too. There's a lot of good food actually.
Have you been kicked out of anywhere in Jacksonville and not allowed back?
No, I've been
whether that's self-imposed or
I've been a good boy. I think
that's
I'm
good
welcome citywide for now.
Well, I have a lot of drunken stories that I don't want to ever share over the years. So I give you
Keeping those
kudos to
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That
That
was
you're
a
just gonna
pretty
have
kick-ass
to-
story. I'm sorry that you can't go to Poncho's.
I think about like our first couple episodes that we had to record them like twice. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first 3 episodes we had to re-record them because one of us got so annihilated.
For sure.
It's
Like,
pretty,
to the point of not being able to read.
Oh, for sure.
And
I think it like the watching that one where I just like dropped my beer out of my hand.
Yeah, we definitely had some B-roll that was fantastic for the first couple episodes. And then surprisingly, I don't know if we've just gotten better at this in general or we're 3 years more down the road that we're just that much better at drinking. But we haven't had such fantastic B-roll.
I think we were ripping shots the whole time is the issue.
Yeah, we were excited to see each other.
I think you need to make
Exactly.
a sizzle reel for Instagram of that foot. Jamie dropping the beer and then like fast cut to something else.
Yeah, we did
I think I made one when I was still making reels. I'm pretty sure I did one. It's hilarious. It literally is like you see the beer rolling across the screen.
Yeah, I remember it was pretty awesome. I feel like that we did like Riverside did a like year in a life like reel and like combined a bunch of our stuff and just like did like a lifetime reel and just like did the things that we talk about the most, but it was pretty much just like an a lot. And I was like, that's not fair.
Assholes. That's dumb.
All right. Do we have any horror? What else we got to talk about here? I don't have any more drunk stories.
Yeah, let's move right into horror news.
Horror news.
Has anybody seen any good movies lately? Tell us, Jamie. Enlighten us both.
I went and saw The Ice Cream Man last night.
Oh, how was it?
Was it sick?
It got shit on a lot
Oh,
because I think like it's got really bad reviews, and I think it's because like people are expecting like intellect and like really good plots or good stories.
they're looking for it to be a commentary on something.
And this is exactly what you'd expect of a filler movie that Eli Roth would make in between him doing Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 2, which this is like, you're getting like, it's very homage to like 80s gore or like 90s. Like, I think he like lightly, playfully made fun of how like cheesy or the scripts of a lot of those movies were, is what I'm thinking or taking as of how this was written, because it is not it. There is like the beginning is like, oh yeah, we're playing baseball. Oh, fuck you. Like, you're a piece of shit. Like, oh, these kids are going to eat some ice cream. And then that's where it continues to just be a complete and utter bloodbath for the rest of the movie.
It's just loaded with gore, just like classic Eli Roth. We're like, it's not about the plot.
No, this is literally just about murder and the creative ways that he can be disgusting.
Do you have any like specific movies that like come to mind as far as like what he's commenting on? I think of like Children of the Corn, or
I
from
kind
the
of think
90s, like The Faculty.
Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles.
Yeah, I think of Dr. Giggles a lot.
Well,
from
so
this.
Weird.
wasn't I guess this is what I'm not sure about. Was the Ice Cream Man, was it not a remake of the original?
It was.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not. It's not based on it. It
Interesting.
uses the same name. But yeah, like in the original, is it Ron Howard's brother was the Ice Cream Man, and he was also the one that did the killings in the first one. Where this is kind of a take on, I'd say, weapons is what I kind of remind me of.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is the Ice Cream Man fed all these kids ice cream, and they just murdered the complete entire town.
They go wild.
Pretty awesome.
Do they have the line "ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream"?
No, but there's like
That's got to be in a trailer then.
Yeah, there's a whole song like everybody wants ice cream. Ice cream is our favorite. And there's songs like that. But, like, some of these kills are very good. Like I think about like the whole like in Thanksgiving where he fucking bakes that lady
Yeah.
in the oven like a
When-
turkey.
Yep.
There are some kills in this movie where you're
Doesn't
like,
she just pop? Isn't that what happens?
yeah. I'm like, some of them are way more clever than the plot suggests that this movie should be. You know what I mean? Like, so you know that
Yeah.
he does not care about the plot. And you can definitely, like, it's very grainy. Like,
Yeah.
it gave it a very like 90s B horror movie kind of look to the whole thing.
Really? Okay.
But-
it wasn't shot super clean.
No, I think it on purpose is
Yeah,
just
it's
made
supposed
to
to be
look
retro.
like kind of a little retro look as an homage to like those old horror B-rate horror movies.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And of course, Eli Roth has a cameo in this.
Always. I don't think he's ever not been in one of his
Yeah.
movies. So
Yeah. It's also a fun twist at the end that you don't
Ooh.
see coming, but it's also not that crazy, like jaw dropping.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I'll wait for when you guys watch it so you
Okay.
can talk about the favorite kills or the favorite like gore scenes, because
All
some
right.
of these are just pretty good.
All right.
I will rate it very high. I'm gonna put it. What's a 3 out of 5 in
6 out of 10, bud.
whiskey?
Oh, I see. Ooh. 3 out of 5. You put like Bullet up there?
Yeah, I think we used Bullet before.
All right.
We did Makers before. So what if we did Dead Rabbit?
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Dead Rabbit Irish whiskey.
Yep.
It's like not as good as Jameson, but it's also not bad.
It's a redo, but it's also like its own thing.
Mhm.
Yep. That's sick. Sweet.
Thank you.
Snaps in the chat for that one. Dead rabbits, dead rabbits, dead rabbits everywhere.
So I say
Anything else you watched?
nothing horror. I watched a lot of things that weren't horror.
Okay.
I watched a suspense murder show on Netflix, which was
This wasn't Spider-Man?
fine. No, I also watched Spider-Man.
Okay.
We can't talk about it. We're not talking about Spider-Man because we all watched Spider-Man but Cheyenne. So what'd you watch, Shy?
Oh man, we're kind of all over the place. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I did finally
Got it
got around to watching that.
And Jamie's top 5 for the year.
Right.
Well, see, didn't it come out last year?
I think so. Yeah,
Technically.
something like that.
And the reason why he brings it up like that, because I don't know if you remember that when I first watched it and I brought it on the podcast, I fucking watched it on a plane and it
completely
was
forgot.
so unforgettable that I didn't even remember which movie I watched.
It's pretty fun. I can see. I mean, I fell asleep and then I had to like try and rewatch it.
Piece it back together.
I will say, for
That
what it
doesn't
is, though,
necessarily
they're
mean
fun
it's a bad
movies.
movie.
Yeah.
They are fun. I fell asleep at the end of Talk to Me.
Yeah.
No, not
really?
Talk to Me. I fell asleep at the end of Bring Her Back. And I was
Oh,
so
yeah.
mad. I was so mad at myself, but I was just like so tired. But I had to like rewatch the last 10 minutes because
Damn it.
but yeah, I agree they are very fun. And I think they're going to continue to make a shit ton of them because they are being pretty successful.
Mm-hmm.
But
One
Yeah,
of the scarier houses at Halloween Horror Nights.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
it was a great
Actually, maybe
house.
not scary, but very, very cool and like realistic.
Yeah, just the animatronics they built to make that house was insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And the vibe of the house was very like, had a good, I don't know. I guess Five Nights at Freddy's does have like a really good vibe to it. Like you feel like you're in that, like, I want to call it like 90s pizza chain type place. And so, yeah, I think that was one of the better houses
Well, that's exactly
from what I
they're-
remember.
It's what they're basing it off is Chuck E. Cheese.
I was
so
gonna say,
yeah,
it's almost like
guess
there
they
was
did-
like,
I guess they, I guess they did a really good job. If what if this was hypothetically a place with some sort of animatronics, but instead,
All right. I get it. I'm a dumb idiot.
did you ever watch The Hug, the Hulu short during Halloween? Which it was very similar to, they did it before Five Nights at Freddy's, but it was like an animatronic was like talking to this kid and it was like, and a very Chuck E. Cheese-esque place. And it's probably 15 minutes. And it usually comes out every year during Halloween. So
Huh.
recommend.
Hug. Put it on the
Check
list.
it out. It's called The Hug.
All right. Shy, anything
What
else?
else you watch?
What else? I finally did watch I've been playing catch up. I watched Backrooms, which I think you guys have already talked a
Ooh.
little bit about.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna
didn't get to see
say,
it, but
not bad. I did enjoy it. I think with everybody, you know, there's a couple things where you just kind of left like, maybe wanting a little bit more. But I just found out today, there's a YouTube series that's been out for a long time that I think some of the lore of the movie was based off, where they pulled inspiration from.
Yeah, it's where it came from. That's why that's why it's held so close to Obsession. Because Curry Barker is also made his fame from YouTube, and so did the guy from Backrooms.
Okay.
And so that's why they were held like to the same tier. And I think that's exactly why Backrooms got like so shit on, is because Obsession got so praised that they expected Backrooms to be
just as good.
And it like turned out to have a pretty loose ending, and kind of that's shot itself in the foot for coming out like 2 weeks after Obsession did.
Fair.
But yeah, it's all based on internet lore, which anyone that's like watched the lore, which I haven't, like were kind of upset, and that's where a lot of the upset people came from.
Was from YouTube?
Yeah. I went into it just watching it and never seeing any of the lore, and I was like, yeah, it's like just a fine.
Yeah,
it's a fine. What
did you think about? Because I know that it's like it's almost its own kind of genre of horror, like spatial horror.
Oh yeah, like liminal space, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool, man. I got pretty into that, like some of the Reddits and stuff of just like liminal space and the creepy kind of off thing. Like there's so many. I feel like I see a lot of videos, but they're like games that people will play where it's like Backrooms games. You're like running through like not fun houses, but like play places, and there's these entities that are trying to get after you. But it's I don't know. For what it was, the movie was cool. I think just really, I just wanted more. Which, I mean, can you even say it was I don't think it was a bad movie. I think it was really good. It just, maybe we'll find out there's like a director's cut, you know?
Yeah. Did you see it in theaters?
No, I just watched it.
Okay.
At home. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
gotcha.
I need to get to the theater.
For
sure, for Spider-Man.
I've
heard that that Screen X or something's supposed to be pretty spectacular.
Nobody knows who you are. Yeah, you can't watch it at my local IMAX because Odyssey is still very much the IMAX thing, because it's one in 25 theaters that the IMAX is 700 millimeters. So that is still, but you can watch it in 4DX, which if you've ever watched anything in 4DX, it's way too loud. So
really?
Good to know. Spraying water in my face.
In the regular movie through. Yeah, like the Dolby 4D, like it's too much.
Oh, is that where it like rattles you a little bit and stuff?
We watched Send Help that way, and I thought Avery was going to have a heart attack because the chair like starts like spiders down your back and shit. Yeah, it's
like shoots the air and stuff like that. That's awesome. Cool.
Well, the Screen X, you know what I'm talking about, right? I think it's just like Cinemark or something. I've seen a bunch of stuff about it. I guess they filmed the movie specifically for it. It's like a giant wraparound screen.
Oh.
So you have screen in the front and the sides.
The Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be the way to go see it, which I think that might be a little bit more appealing then, because it's none of the weird like seat stuff.
Interesting.
I don't even know where Screen X is. There's just so much shit.
It's crazy. I feel like every other movie they're like coming out with some new way to watch it.
Call me an alcoholic, but I usually just go to the movie theater that has beer.
That's fair. We used to have a really cool movie theater in Jacksonville, but I think they're just in Tampa now. Sunray Cinema.
I'm like,
Oh, it was
okay.
awesome. You walk in and they had like I think something from like Pee Wee's Playhouse done as like a photo booth. They had like like some huge art installations, but that's actually where I
Oh, cool.
saw Barbarian for the first time, and
Awesome.
I ate like 5 or 6 edibles before, and it was awesome because you sit.
5 or 6?
Yeah,
That's too many.
I was
It's too
going
many.
for it, dude. Well, they had these the food was incredible. You could order. They'd make like
I
fresh
bet
to
it was.
order.
You had 5 or 6 edibles.
No, I ate that before it kicked in, dude. Now I've been there many times, but they had you could get like personal pan pizzas. They like hand bake them, bring them out to you while you're watching the movie.
Awesome.
It's like that kind of thing.
That's
A bunch
dope.
of beers on drafts. Tons of good food. The popcorn was crazy, but that watching that movie in that state of mind, about the time when that like everything starts kind of unfolding and they find like the door and all that shit, it was kicking in, and that movie was real. That movie
and
was
that's when the movie gets weird.
real to
I'm
me.
sure.
And then you start like trying to piece it together. There's like the room with the camera, and I'm like, this is fucked up. And then it just gets more fucked up.
Were you so high that you're wondering if it was like if you somehow like transcended the movie and like you were experiencing the movie differently
No,
because you were so high?
Maybe
Okay.
I will say
That's how I
this.
get when I'm
chasing the Jones, dude. I'm like longing to recreate that experience that I have yet to again because I can't get the right amount of high with a good enough movie. Because if the movie sucks, it just totally. There was something about the timing of
It's probably
everything.
the atmosphere too. You have to go like literally in an outdoor thing with nice personal pan pizzas,
beers on draft.
Yeah, it was cool. Sadly, it's no longer around, but yeah,
that's a bummer.
Yeah,
I will say that it seems like movie theaters are making a pretty solid comeback, especially with. I mean, like I don't know how it's been the last couple of times you've gone to the theaters, Jamie, but we went this last weekend. Odyssey was sold out. We went and watched the Spider-Man movie, and the movie theater was literally packed with people, like literally lines to get into theaters and stuff like that. I was like, dude, the theaters are doing well.
In Steamboat?
No, this is in Denver.
Oh yeah, like the one I go to now. The one I go to is the parking lot. I went to park in the back, but it's because everyone is going to see the Odyssey.
Yeah, that's most people were there to see the Odyssey, but the Spider-Man movie was full at 3 p.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, I'd say there was probably 25 people at 2:00 yesterday for Spider-Man, and at 5:00, I think there was 3 of us in the theater for the Ice Cream
Man.
Well, it makes sense. Like, not a lot of people are going at 5:00 to watch that movie.
Yeah, we want to keep the movie theaters alive. I think it's just like such an important part of horror culture.
I definitely think there's a nice surge. And Regal, I don't know if you realize this, but I recently broke up with AMC.
It was a rough one.
It was a rough. I'm still not happy about it, but Regal just announced that they're partnering with Fangoria, and they're doing a staff picks every 13th of the month, and they're redoing all those movies, and they're putting them in the movie theater every 13th of the month. And it's always a different member of the Fangoria staff gets to pick the movie.
That's awesome.
I like it.
I'm jealous, dude.
It's almost like Scream Unseen, almost as cool as that, but we'll see.
Cheyenne, you got anything else you watched?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. I think the only other thing that I've like actually watched was like the Scary Movie 4. That was probably the last thing I saw in theaters too. Terrible.
The new Scary Movie?
Yeah. Was it 4? Whichever one.
How bad was it?
I think it's 6.
See, it shows you how much I paid attention. That was terrible, but it was very funny and stupid. Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
I don't think they're not getting an Emmy or anything for it.
No.
But
did it feel like they were like beating a dead horse trying to keep? I mean, when was the last one out though? It has to have been like 10 years since the last Scary Movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 5 came out, which I don't recognize anything in here, but all right, so Scary Movie 6 was okay.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
What about you, Pete? Did you watch
All
anything?
right. So, we talked a little bit. I don't know if we even talked on the episode or if we just talked about it person to person. The Netflix has a documentary called Toxic Love Story.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it starts off we do these true crime updates and true crime, like Hell on Earth stories, often. And I think it touches on a lot of this, but this story is fucking ridiculous. And you always keep thinking that you know what the actual story is. And for sure, this documentary does a fantastic job of just making you wrong again and again and again. I thought the movie was over and it was only halfway there. I thought that it was. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Do you not
did it
remember
catch you by
covering
surprise?
this?
I don't think we covered this.
Yeah, it's the yes, we did. You're the
Shows what I know.
You're literally the one that covered the story too.
Well,
Where
so
she was
I know
wrong. She went to prison and she was wrongfully accused, and then they found out that she was set up by. Yeah, because it was you're talking about the one where they hired the guy from Craigslist.
Yes, but we talked about one but what happened in that actual story that we were talking about is that they killed that guy that they set up, right? The wife or whatever, or the husband set the wife and this killer up. So he killed the wife, then had he hired someone off Craigslist to come do a rape fantasy thing, and then he showed up, and so he shows up and the wife is already dead, so he kills the guy and then calls the police and says, "Help, my wife has been stabbed by this raving lunatic who just showed up in our home." I know that we covered that story.
So it's not the same one?
No. Anyways, it does have eerily similar parallels. I think that's why I kept being like, "Oh, I already know this one. Wait, maybe I don't. Wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't."
So, and I literally thought that's the one we covered, and you're saying they're completely different.
I could be. Well, that was a different story for sure, but we may have covered this other one as well.
There's no way that something can be this similar. I think we just covered too much true crime then, if we just cannot even remember where the things come from.
Definitely not how much we're drinking while we do it.
I can't for the life of me sometimes remember where these, I know these stories from.
Yeah. You're it's just some part in the back of your brain recalls it, and you're like, oh yeah, there was that thing that we talked about. I watched that documentary, and then I also finally got around to watching Psycho Killer. Did either of you guys get to see this?
No, I haven't seen it yet. It's the dude that literally wrote Seven, right?
Yes. I'm not going to lie, went in with pretty high expectations for this movie. One, because it was marketed, it kind of had a very long legs kind of vibe to it. It's a woman chasing down a serial killer, very long legsy, had a pretty solid presence, especially on advertisement and stuff like that. And this movie was maybe one of the worst horror movies I've seen in years.
Well, that's why I got pulled out of the movie theater so quick, is because it's it literally got a 3 out of 10 on the grading.
Really? Yeah. Not surprising. This movie sucked.
Well, I was gonna go see it. I remember going to go see it, and literally just reading the reviews. I'm like, no, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say they had it. It was already gone. It was 3 or 4 days.
No, I don't think it was longer than a week though.
It was so bad. I will give some credit. The main chick actress was quite good. All the other actors in the entire movie, except for Malcolm McDowell, because he's good. I just don't know how they got him to do this movie. But everyone was really, really bad at acting. And I think the thing that bothered me the most is in horror, or movies in general, right? Every now and then you just kind of have to suspend belief, I guess, and just some things just kind of happen in movies, and you're oh, I don't really know how exactly that happened, or you can't really do that in real life, but they do it in this movie, and we're gonna kind of just let it slide. Movie was absolutely riddled with inconsistencies that never would happen in real life, and the script was so bad. I can't say how bad this movie was enough. I'm gonna like put it on par with like PBR whiskey.
I can't really hate PBR whiskey. It's
It was
barely
bad,
a
though.
whiskey.
Oh, it's the
Yeah, it
pairing.
tastes like gasoline. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah, fair enough.
But anyways,
Oh,
save yourselves some time. Take my word for it. It's an awful movie. There was like they tried to shoehorn in some cult stuff, but that never really had anything to do with anything. I don't really know. It was just a nonsense movie. I can't believe that it got the budget that it did, and that this is the product they came up with. Like, it was so bad. It was worse than most B-horror movies I've seen with, let's call it, 1/10 of the budget.
wow.
So bad.
Yeah, well,
What's
definitely
it
not
on?
watching that.
What'd you watch it on?
It was on Hulu. Yeah, so if anyone decides to really just, they're feeling down and need to feel good about themselves and watch someone make a worse horror movie than you could, go
man.
watch this.
I'd rather watch Skinamarink.
Let's just say, do you think it's worse?
Honestly, oh man, that is a debate for the decades.
Oh, man,
No,
I-
I fucking hate Skinamarink.
I believed all the hype, and I was like, "This movie's gonna be fucking crazy." So that's to say that I tried to recreate the Barbarian scenario, and I had Maddie with me. We made it 20 minutes, and she gets up and she goes, we're getting the fuck out of here, and if you're not, I'm leaving. I am not sitting through this."
Oh, really?
And it was
that bad?
I was just white knuckling it the whole time because I was like, "Fuck, is this gonna just be the whole fucking movie?" And I'm like looking
And
over
it
her,
is.
and I was like, "All right, let's go." It was so bad. It's not
Yeah,
even a
you,
movie.
like-
You can't even call it a movie.
Yeah, it's literally like, it seems like an hour and a half long introductory scene to a movie where like you would think they'd just be flashing credits over what's happening,
How did
and then they're gonna get to the actual movie eventually.
how did they make
So I've
that
never
much
seen-
footage of
I've never
that?
seen Skinamarink.
Don't.
Anyways,
I would
To
watch
say-
whatever fucking movie he was just looking above before.
yeah, Psycho Killer, watch, if you are given, like, say you get kidnapped and you are forced to watch either Psycho Killer or Skinamarink, definitely watch Psycho Killer. If you only have the choice to die or watch Skinamarink, just die.
So now I want to know if it's as bad as, because what's the movie I watched last week? Her Own Private Hell.
Yeah.
How much do you
I
like
feel like-
storyline?
I feel like that might be on par with the same things you're talking about as the only movie I almost walked out on. So maybe this is just as bad.
Well, I did.
I'm
walk out
honestly
on
mad
this
at
one.
myself for not walking out of Skinamarink.
You sat through the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing. I kept waiting for the movie to happen. I'm just gonna say, like, that's what we're comparing here, right? Her Own Private Hell. Did you know that the movie was going on?
Yes. I did.
Okay. It clears that bar, and I think that's a pretty fucking low bar to jump.
Well, maybe we just do a live feed where we watch Skinamarink, Her Own Private Hell, and Psycho Killer.
Mystery Science Theater. That
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
I can
Literally-
see that.
7 hours of the worst movies you've ever seen.
Can I skip Skinamarink?
No.
All right. Well, we have to watch it last so that I can drink for the first two movies and literally not have to remember that I watched Skinamarink again.
Fair enough. It's that. So watch Psycho Killer over Skinamarink.
Absolutely. Like, if I can't stress it enough, Skinamarink's the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've seen worse than that. Like, I'd have to go, like, yeah, I don't even know. There's nothing I can compare it to. It's the worst. It's the most wasted hour and a half of my entire life.
That's
Interesting.
huh,
All right.
pretty accurate.
Apparently you don't remember Super Bowl 50.
Is that the one with the Broncos one?
No, that's the one where the Broncos lost to the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, no, I do remember watching that one. Are you sure? I thought the Broncos won 50.
I thought we won 52.
You might be right.
It's true.
I wouldn't know anything about.
All right.
winning
Denver
football.
Broncos defeating the Carolina Panthers 24-10. Super Bowl 50.
Damn it. So it was 48 then.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we know what not to watch now.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for tuning in where we definitely don't have any recommendations for what people should watch.
No, I think you should go watch Ice Cream Man.
Okay.
I don't think
We
it's
did
going to
start
be
off
as
strong.
shitty.
That's the
I
winner.
also maybe think you should go watch Spider-Man. We didn't talk about it, but we all watched it. Other than Cheyenne.
It's gonna happen for me eventually.
Yeah, buddy.
That's fair.
We believe in you. Well, you got any questions for us, dude?
I don't really have any questions from the crypt for this week. Just I don't know. I was gonna do something themed about Halloween Horror Nights. Is there anything in horror IP you would love to see for Halloween Horror Nights?
I'd like to see a full-on Killer Clowns from Outer Space house instead of them just doing a Killer Clowns from Outer Space scare area like they always do.
Oh, yeah, inside the balloon.
They did it a couple years ago.
They didn't have a house.
It was a full house. It was in the Shrek, Shrek ride, dude. The Shrek ride they turned into full-on Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was.
Where's the Shrek? Where's the Shrek ride? Shrek doesn't even have a ride. Oh, the 4D one?
Yeah, it's gone now. But yeah, it was super sick, dude. I remember because it was kind of concerning how close they were, because all the clowns had like boxing gloves, big giant red boxing gloves, dude. You would feel the fucking air come off the fist, dude. And Maddie was like a zombie because it was like 3 a.m. I was shoving her through. And dude, I don't know if he just misjudged it or what, but he came and I don't know how he didn't hit her in the face. It was there. Like the way I saw it, he hit her in the face. She says it didn't,
forget that clown.
Oh,
when was this?
Oh man.
How did I miss this? It's like the only year I missed is the year that they is the year that they did that.
Yeah, what year was it?
I think they should do a Scream house, which they've been trying to for years, and they've never been allowed to have the rights. So I think
that
a proper Scream house would be sick.
I think that would be really good. The Jason one was pretty disappointing last year.
Because it didn't have the rights or anything.
It was really weird.
So 2019, it was Halloween Horror Nights 29.
Oh, I did not go to that. Because it was COVID, I wasn't allowed to travel.
Oh, that's right, it was COVID. Yeah, and then they what was that? The Haunting or whatever that was really big on Netflix.
Haunting on Hill House? No, because I went that year.
Am I mixing up years?
It was the next year.
Okay.
2020 is when they had the Haunting on Hill House.
Okay. And you've been to both of those?
So I think
and the same year they had year they had Beetlejuice.
Okay. So I think Killer Clowns was like the year before then. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just always had Scare. Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, Scream would also be very fun. Do whatever is it? It's not Haddonfield. It's Woodsboro.
Mm-hmm. They should also do a Nightmare on Elm Street house. They've never done that.
That would be sweet. Have they done a Saw house?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I feel like that could be super fucking crazy.
The was it House of a Thousand Corpses? It was nuts.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That one spooked me.
That one was awesome. What about you, Pete? What would you?
Dude, Saw was the one that came to mind when I was thinking of this question, because I feel like you could literally build an escape room house. You have to get from one room to the next by doing putting your hand in goop or blood or whatever and finding the key to get into the next thing.
There's too many people
too much
walking through those for them to be able to do that.
All right. Well, you have to forgive me. I don't even remember any of them from last year. So
that's true.
What about Alien?
Ooh, that'd be sick.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really sick.
Yeah, those would be the two that I would want to see. Alien and freaking Saw. If you could figure out how to do it to where people could actually go through it and not just be waiting forever and ever and ever.
Where they just pin you up again in a room next to the Dread Pirate Roberts as he cries, as he cuts his own hand off.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, dude.
You are actually in the first movie. I think 13 Ghosts would also be a sick one.
Mm-hmm.
Having a different room.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Trying to rack my brain. I don't know. I think we got some good ones.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
I think this is
some heavy hitters.
Riveting stuff we're doing right now.
For sure.
Great podcasting.
Really, really good podcast going on right now with this awkward silence.
Well, fucking, what else we got, Jamie?
I don't know. I feel like because you guys didn't drink, you guys made this boring, and so this is all your faults.
It's okay. We actually coordinated. This is a best friend thing. You wouldn't get it, but we coordinated to not drink and just to see how angry you could get, and you made it through the whole episode. I was honestly surprised.
Now who's got the upset, Tony?
Yeah.
That's just the anger coming out.
Today. He's so mad he didn't even tell us what he was drinking.
Yeah, just ripping beers.
No, that's all we're getting at.
Eating chicken, burping. Well,
eating chicken and burping.
Is it beer can chicken?
Please
Ooh.
Please like and subscribe. Or you know what? Don't even do it. I don't care anymore.
Oh, poor Jamie. We broke him, dude.
Yeah. Well, man, when I'm back on, of course, if y'all would have me.
Oh, well, for sure.
I think you can. We're gonna see who can drink more.
You're gonna get hammered.
He literally can't black out.
I'm at sea level, baby. Whatever that means.
He literally can't black out. He's gonna outdrink both of us.
It's only happened one time.
You guys have to get.
It ruined my.
You guys have to get hammered.
Yeah, for sure. We'll make that deal. Definitely make that deal.
I'll Uber to the podcast. It'll be perfect.
Fair enough. From your backyard to your front yard.
That's right. I'm taking the jazz.
You're at your house.
Yeah, dude. No, I rented a podcast studio. For
you had to go somewhere.
Your garage. He's in his garage, which definitely does not have AC, so he's probably burning up right now.
It's warm. It's a little cooler today. It rained a bunch. It's actually been pretty spooky around Florida. Little light.
You're just gonna leave us with that?
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Nothing else has happened.
It's been spooky.
Why is it spooky?
Yeah, because it's like when there's like lightning. And you're driving down the highway, and then you go, "Oh shit, that was really close to me."
Yeah. I almost forgot that we were supposed to die today.
What?
Was Gravity Day today?
Mm-hmm. Today's Gravity Day.
What's Gravity Day?
Apparently NASA put a warning out like 6 months ago that today was going to be the day where the Earth was going to lose gravity for 7 seconds.
And everything that you love is going to go. Boom.
I wish I had known that. I would definitely not want to be sober for that.
I really wanted to try and jump right when it was supposed to kick on.
Did you? Was there like a specific time?
Yeah, it was at 10:30 this morning.
What do you mean?
What was I doing?
NASA?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I did?
Oh, apparently it's false.
I did hit my head around 10:30 today.
Apparently 40 to 60 million people didn't die today. That's crazy.
It is interesting though. I was able to dunk. I dunked the ball today.
Between the legs.
Yeah, I did it between the legs 360 dunk. And I was like, what the hell was that? And then I tried again, it didn't work. So
what if they just got it wrong? What if it's tomorrow?
Yeah, well, make it quick.
7 seconds? Is that going to kill everyone? If we just
things were stuck. They were talking about where everything would float to the sky and then come crashing down, and that's how everyone would die.
Oh my god,
that's Y2K.
That's fucking metal as shit.
That's like crazy way to die.
Didn't happen, so
no, it didn't.
Well, till next time, till the next gravity loss, Gravity Day. I can't believe I hadn't heard about this. I can't believe we're saving this for the last part of the podcast.
I think we coined the term Gravity Day, just by the way.
Gravity. Why you get the best of me?
Yeah,
John Mayer sucks. John Mayer. Well,
make that
like we always say.
Clip it.
At that note, please stay
weird.
Weird. Please stay wicked.
And stay wasted. That includes you, Jamie.
Always stay wasted, not like these assholes.